Hey guys, today I'm going to read you a book called Stone Age Boy. An amazing thing once happened to me. I was wandering in the woods when I tripped and found myself falling down. When I woke up, I was in a cold, dark place. I could see daylight in the distance, and I stumbled towards it. Outside, everything was different. I realized I was lost, completely lost. So I walked and walked and walked. Then, to my relief, I saw someone, a girl. She was about my age, but she didn't look like any of the girls I knew. And I don't think I looked like any of the boys she knew. So on this page, it's like a little animation. So like they're walking toward each other, and she is checking the boy, and also wearing the glasses and took them off, and now she's dragging him. He took me home to meet her family, and what a family it was. They looked very strange, but they were kind to me and gave me some stew. I couldn't understand anything they were saying, so I worked out my new friend's name was Then I must have fallen asleep. The next morning, showed me around the camp. Everyone seemed busy and had a job to do. Over the next few days, I saw so much I've never seen before. People had no knives and no forks, no plastic, no metal even. Everything they had was made from wood, stone, animal skins, or bones. I saw them. This is how they make fire, by striking flint stones together or turning a wooden drill. Fire is used for cooking, to keep warm, and sometimes to scare animals. Making tools. By flint knapping, the flints are chipped, trimmed, and sharpened, and then made into knives, spearheads, and scrapers for cleaning animal skins. I had to go, but it was very difficult. Preparing and using animal skins, skinning a deer, scraping the hides clean, drying it, cutting it, piercing holes, sewing it together, and skins are used to repair a tent. Preparing and cooking food, cutting meat, drying meat, smoking meat, drying fish, grilling meat, boiling soup by putting a red hot stone into a leather bag. So this is how they make a sewing needle. They cut a slice out of a bone, they sharpen it on a grindstone, pierce a hole, and then it becomes a sewing needle. One afternoon, we went to the river. The little ones picked berries and nuts, but Alma and I watched the men fishing. They held their pointed spears high and stood as still as trees. Then suddenly, swoosh! Their spears dropped down like lightning and came up again, spiking wriggling silver fish. Suddenly, a boy ran up, shouting and pointing to the hills. At once, several people grabbed their spears and followed him. And I followed them. Slowly, we crept forward until we saw a reindeer. It was standing alone, munching the grass. At a signal, the others ran toward it, yelling and throwing their spears. and I didn't have spears, but we yelled anyway. It was so exciting. A spear caught the reindeer in its side and it fell to the ground. That night we had a party to celebrate. We cooked the reindeer over a great fire and there was music and dancing. I joined on air guitar. So is playing like a kind of flute and the boy is playing on air guitar like it said. As the days became weeks, and her people taught me many things. I was very happy. Then one day, took me to a special place. We walked a long way until we came to the mouth of a cave. Struck flint stones together to make fire. She lit a torch and we went in. So in this picture, it looks like they're making a tent. The boy had made a spear, helped with one of people, and looks like they're also cooking some food together. So in this picture, they're like far away from the town, and there's a cave hole for them to go in. And there's wow! So now they're finally in the cave. One torch held by and there's some paint left in the cave. And over here are paintings of animals like horses and like handprints and like a goat and other animals. It took me a moment to realize that animals were only paintings. In the flickering light of the torch, they looked real, as if they were running all around us. Went over to the tools and paints. The artist had left and began to draw. Suddenly, I saw something move in the darkness. So, there's like a mysterious animal in the cave or some sort of thing. And is painting the boy. And didn't even notice it because he's still painting. It was a bear, a big, furious cave bear. I shouted at to run, and I turned to face the bear with my spear. I felt very small. Suddenly, the ground gave way. And I found myself falling down, down, down. So this boy fell in this part of the cave, and he was unconscious. When I woke up, the bear had gone. So had I rushed outside. The air felt different, warmer. I walked a long way calling for but I never found her. Instead, I found I was back home. When I told my family what had happened, they didn't believe me. They said I'd only been gone a few hours, and I must have fallen asleep and dreamt it. Years passed, but I never forgot my friend I'm an archaeologist now. That's me in the glasses. Everywhere I go, I look in the past for signs of and I never stopped learning from her and her people. Was it a dream? Maybe. Maybe not. So he said maybe not because this is the picture that drew in the cave in his dream, and there's also other paintings that are in the cave that he saw today. So that's it, everybody. I hope you liked this